Hey, I'm Miri. It's lovely to see you here in this cosy little corner of the internet. I'm coming to you from a place of radical self-acceptance. I do not have the perfect backdrop, the perfect camera, even a quiet house. But I've decided that I need to share this message with everybody regardless. And you don't need to be perfect, and I don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect to hear it. I don't need to be perfect to say it. So here I am in all my messy glory. The whole theme of the Self-Love Village and my message basically is that you are already enough just as you are today, and that we just have to learn to love ourselves messy. But the purpose for this video is to actually answer the question, what is self-love? Because it is a big buzzword, especially on social media. And anything to do with self-love gets loads of likes, and people get really inspired by it, and it's really cool that they do. But sometimes we actually lose the essence of what it actually means. And it's such a deep question. I mean, if I was to ask you, what does love mean? It's like, what? How the heck do you even explain that? But self-love can be explained. It's a belief and a feeling. It starts off with a belief, and it moves on into a feeling. And it's basically having unconditional love for yourself. And that means, in order to do that, you have to believe that you are worthy, you have to believe that you are enough, and you have to believe that you're deserving of love and belonging. I can hear my kids. It's also the courage. It's the courage to not only accept who you are right now, but to be vulnerable enough to show the world that you are you, and that you are enough just as you are, and who you are is enough. If you can be enough for yourself, then you can be enough for anybody. It's having compassion and empathy. It's having compassion and empathy not just for other people, because we all find that very easy. We can look at somebody who's going through a hard time and our heart goes out to them, even if it was their, mistakes that put them in the hard place in the first place. We can still have empathy and compassion for them because they're imperfect, and that's okay. When it comes to ourselves, we can be a lot more judgmental and unforgiving. So we basically expect perfection out of ourselves, and anything that's short of perfection, we tend to be very, very harsh in our thoughts and words about ourselves and our beliefs about ourselves. So self-love is about having that compassion and having that empathy to see yourself as an imperfect person, and to be okay with that, and to forgive yourself for that. Forgive yourself for being imperfect, which we all are, and loving ourselves regardless. We've all got a mess somewhere in our lives, some area. There's not one person out there that every single area of their life is perfect, because that's just not human, okay? Somewhere you have got something that feels very messy to you. It could be your relationship, it could be your memories, it could be your emotions, it could be your job, it could be a physical mess, like your house or something like that. Everybody's got something that they're imperfect at and feels like it's too much to deal with. And it's about looking at that mess and deciding that it's okay to have that mess. And that doesn't mean that you're never ever going to try and better yourself, or you're never going to actually try and sort this stuff out. But it means radically accepting where you are right now, and that you can still love yourself even though you have that mess. Even though you feel that way, you still accept and love yourself. And back to vulnerability. That means that vulnerability we all see as this weakness and it's something to be completely avoided, but actually vulnerability it's one of the biggest strengths that you can have. And as soon as you learn to embrace that and to be vulnerable with yourself, because sometimes we're scared of who we actually are and what we actually think. Now, I know a few years ago, before I found self-love, I used to have to take my phone to the toilet or a book to the toilet because I was scared of being alone with my own thoughts. I was scared of what would come up. I was scared of how I would talk to myself because I had the biggest inner bitch inside my head. I was actually petrified of being with myself. And then slowly but surely I had to learn, well, first of all, that almost everything that I've done wrong, or that I do wrong, or that I frustrate myself with, is a way that my body is protecting me. And it's actually an act of love from my body. And then I had to learn that voice inside, I have control of whether that voice is kind and gentle and compassionate with me, or if it's going to be a bitch. That's my choice. It's not this thing that's inside your head that you have to be scared of, because it's you. And you have got the chance to step into your power. Now, that is what I view self-love as. You may have a different view, and that's fine. That's what I view self-love as. And I believe that self-love is attainable to everyone. And I'm hoping that through this website and through you exploring your thoughts and beliefs and realising how much your body loves you already, that you're going to be able to find that self-love for you. And in the next video, we're going to talk about how self-love actually changes your life and how you can use it to organically grow into the person that you're meant to be. Okay, I hope you found that helpful, and I shall see you soon. Bye.